There is an expose on opioids that come into Ghana, Nigeria, and Ivory Coast, but I'll make a separate video about it. You see, the problem with tramadol and other hard drugs is the marketing by the dealers. If you are not careful, you'll be swept off your feet. So today, I'll let you know some information that you need to know. In the streets or in the ghetto, the dealers say tramadol is for premature ejaculation, meaning when you take tramadol, it will take a long time. 2. Tramadol is marketed as an antidepressant or a medication that when you take, you become euphoric, you become high. 3. Tramadol is marketed as a medication for fatigue prevention or a medication that when you take, you become strong. That is the strategy of the dealer. But is that the reality? Absolutely not. No.
Abusuya, Wonim Red. Wonim Red. Se meka se Wonim Red for the past few days ni red trendy ewo ye social media handle. Ne so baby abefa bia Wonim Red. Na obi wo ho a wonim adekra ye friend red. Red simply means is a tramadol. Yes, a tramadol na a tramadol no. Ya no grams, you will 50, 100, 120, 250 and a 255 grams. But the intake Ghana youth no taking more up high 225 no 225 na say we take here oti aduane ho kra utimi da mpo na wonim se waya da o cross road utimi da o ya adwuma utimi da na edien na ama youth no ani age saa wonim ready hu obia ne kwan ana influencer wonya ya e man ye na dwen se ono so beteki red ni bi no na red no ebisi ofa etimi man ne obaye den eda e man ho to no ebisu se ofa etimi like ema common din no yes ema common din because let's assume say what sorry anopa sika what do we call it 20 cedis red so 10 cedis but aka say wo to wa echi a unwie na 20 cedi ni asa wachi so ntimi ngina ho from no pakosi anwumre just some hours na yes digest den everybody nim and you need another food sometimes so niska nti wo carry weight na obekwa akoto red because red udi a the moment I be take red no like aduane kra no okompo nye den endro yes utimi tina aduane ho now as a well lose appetite then what sorry now you're then okay and let us try to say no to this now mema wako share some videos of red any youth no the way your no it is a ne ene di kan a wani twa the channel we so a message so be subscribe to channel we now wa click on notification bell no so send you down the content bar also one sabe can be na when you be I dey ahwe no on time na fe so she video ma wonu bi na enya afutu sem obi a ono so afi na wa start se opese ono red ni bi no na ka chen se onye den onjai na emboa no enti yenkohwe video na ebeka ebeko details into red no na yenkohwe video no.
There is an expose on opioids that come into Ghana, Nigeria, and Ivory Coast, but I'll make a separate video about it. You see, the problem with tramadol and other hard drugs is the marketing by the dealers. If you are not careful, you'll be swept off your feet. So today, I'll let you know some information that you need to know. In the streets or in the ghetto, the dealers say tramadol is for premature ejaculation, meaning when you take tramadol, it will take a long time before you ejaculate when you're having sexual intercourse. 2. Tramadol is marketed as an antidepressant or a medication that when you take, you become euphoric, you become high. 3. Tramadol is marketed as a medication for fatigue prevention or a medication that when you take, you become strong. That is the strategy of the dealer. But is that the reality? Absolutely not. No, that is not. That is not what tramadol is used for. Tramadol, in fact, is a painkiller and it is employed or used when, for example, we have a case like someone who is having active peptic ulcer and who is in pain and cannot take, for example, diclofenac or other NSAIDs like ibuprofen, aceclofenac, and piroxicam. Because of the addictive nature of tramadol or 225 or red, there are safer options of whatever the dealer will tell you. For example, for premature ejaculation, there's a safer option. Delay spray is there which contains lidocaine and vitamin E. It is much safer than taking tramadol. When you are depressed, there are safer options before you start thinking of taking tramadol. Your healthcare provider can and will start from lifestyle modifications, which includes physical exercises. Also, there is behavioral therapy, which is much safer than taking tramadol. When all these ones fail, there are medications that are antidepressant. Sertraline, paroxetine, citalopram, and escitalopram are medications that can help against depression, and they are safer than taking tramadol. If you need to be stronger or prevent fatigue, especially those of you that are working in ports that carry cocoa beans, first of all, you need to cut down alcohol and stop smoking. Eat healthy meals. And also, the ergonomic issues must be solved by the occupational health and safety people at the port. If the ergonomic issues are not solved, you'll be dependent on painkillers, and at the end of the day, you might end up taking tramadol. The maximum daily dose of tramadol is 400 milligrams. One tablet of red is 225 milligrams. Some of you take 10 tablets of red, which is 2,250 milligrams. When you take one tablet of red, you're already halfway through of the maximum daily dose. So when you take 10 tablets of red, you have taken times 5 of what you're supposed to take in a day. No wonder we see some of your videos on social media. Now, some of you will say, oh, me, I'll not take plenty, I'll just take 100 or 50 milligrams. When the tramadol is not prescribed for you, you are misusing it. Because what are you using it for? When you are taking above the maximum daily dose,
You are watching the Millah Show. Kindly share this video to save a soul from tramadol. Tramadol is no good for the body.